Item number 9, public comment on items not on the agenda. It is the council's policy to refer matters raised in this forum to staff for investigation and/or action where appropriate. The Brown Act prohibits the council from discussing or acting upon any matter not agendized pursuant to state law. Would anyone like to address the council under public comment? State your name, please, and your
John
street.
Barrelier, 433 North San Anselmo. I was going to ask for 6 minutes, but I'm going to have to put everything out in 3 minutes. I've got a 2-year-old grandchild, which I alluded to several meetings ago down at the City Hall. He's the apple of my eye. He stands about this high. I enjoy watching the kids across the street, Washok's kids, and Ishmael's grandchild. At a couple of meetings ago, I asked you about putting a GPS in each city vehicle, including the fire trucks and the police cars, to say nothing of the water department. I asked to show me in the fireman's contract where it says they're allowed to go shopping. I asked if there's a log of dispatches, what they did there, when they arrived back at the firehouse. Regarding the GPS, I got 3 pages of why we can't do it. My father was from Panama, and he barely spoke the language when he first came here. But I remember his telling Mom, "Don't tell me, Mama, how it can't be done. Tell me how it can be done." There's nothing hard about getting GPSs. As far as the shopping is concerned, I got a piece of paper telling me how the money should be distributed. It's section 35, if you want to read it. It seems to me that there's a provision in here that says that they're not allowed to do it. I'll read Part E. The city shall not be financially liable for or responsible for the cost of any meal, preparation thereof, or collection of any funds, or any other costs undertaken in connection with the provision of this section. Any other cost to me would be sending 3 firemen and a fire truck with the gasoline, tying them up. Now, the real question is this is what sparked it. There was a boy that died in a fire recently, within the last 4 or 5 days. He was 2 years old, same age as my grandson. Today, this morning, 7:30, I took my truck and went from the fire station on the top of Sneath Lane to the site of the fire. It was 2 minutes. Now, my question is, were any of the fire trucks shopping either at Lenardi's or at Lucky's? Lucky's is almost 4 miles away. In a fire, seconds count. I want to know if there were any fire trucks missing from that firehouse where they were shopping. I want to know if they were late getting to the fire. I think it's important to know. If I were the parents of this child, I'd be raising hell. I want to find out all about this. Now, I'm not leaving it in your hands. I'm going to ask for a full investigation from the Attorney General's office. Meanwhile, I'd like to leave this with the fire chief over here. It's a picture I took on the road. It says, Safeway, shop online today. And that's a sacred cow in the middle of the road, people driving around it. We have a sacred cow here too. Think about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rico.
Honorable Mayor, Wayne, City Council, City Manager Jackson. As your appointed trustee to the San Mateo County Mosquito and Vector Control District, it's my pleasure to bring you a quick update on district happenings. As you remember, District Manager Gay and I were here recently asking for a letter of support from the city for the district in the LAFCO service review to be presented at the public hearing on July 18th. The council voted unanimously to send a letter to LAFCO supporting the district against LAFCO. I'm pleased to report that the LAFCO commissioners voted 6-1 to reject the proposed dissolving of the district and to retain the district status quo designation. I and the district thank you for your support. LAFCO did express verbally their desire to see how the individual 21 trustees were effectively interacting with their appointing cities. So I have and I will continue to send LAFCO copies of some of my communications with my city of San Bruno. You should have received this morning an email from Martha with LAFCO also providing you some additional updated information. I'm pleased to present to City Clerk Bonner copies of our June entomology report for the council and the city manager. This document will probably be renamed and expanded in content. The document continues to be accessible on the district's webpage, www.smcmad.org, under brochures. I have already provided you with a copy of the just released press release concerning a squirrel found that tested positive for West Nile virus in Menlo Park. The district has ramped up its surveillance, and I will keep you updated on this event. If your residents find freshly killed squirrels or birds, they should call 1-877-WNV for West Nile virus BIRD. This coming Tuesday, July 31st, the mosquito district will be using the helicopter again to drop treated pellets into the Thule and water-filled ponds in the Mills Field area in an effort to reduce the growth of mosquito larvae so they do not grow into flying mosquitoes. There will be 2 additional treatments about every 4 weeks, and I'll advise you beforehand, and San Bruno Cable will continue to be running our information slide. Should you have any questions, your residents can call the district at 344-8592, or I'll be happy to either try and answer questions or get the district to supply you with answers. And I appreciate the time to be able to present my information to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.